Hey there internets, I'm Michael and today we're doing a review of the Bermuda Crisis Discovery Dawning by Lysander Games. So what is it? Well, let's take a look at the box here and see what it tells us. Well, it's old worldy map, mystical feel to it. Yeah, it's not telling us much, is it? Okay, the nature of this game is that you're explorers, exploring the Bermuda Triangle, and you've found this island. You're either explorers, a corporation, it doesn't really matter. Basically, you are on this island, and it's magical, it's mystical. It has secrets that you wish to find out and unlock. And you'll do this by building camps in the various areas of the island. So there are 3 different areas, each one has camps. And as you build up your camp, you unlock more of the secrets, which represents your skill tree as you build it up. So the reason you're doing this, of course, is to find out the secrets, be the one who knows the most. And there's actually several different ways to win this game, and several different ways to end this game. One way, and the quickest way potentially, is that there are these mystical scrolls hidden throughout all these decks of cards. And if you collect all 3 pieces of this scroll, you'll win the game and it'll end the game immediately. Alternatively, you can be the first to get 14 victory points, and buying skills gives you victory points, and you can also complete these like secret objective questy things called catalysts, and they'll give you victory points. And the other way is to run out a timer. So if you run this timer out here and the length of the timer adjusts based on the number of players, then that ends the game and everything else doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you've got any scrolls, it doesn't matter how many victory points you've got. All that matters is nature points. And you'll get these for buying cards. So these venture cards, for example, have nature points. So do the ambush cards. On the face down version of them, you'll get points. And the same with these boost cards. So how do you actually go about playing the game? How do you go about trying to achieve all these different objectives? Well, the game is all about resource collection and management. So you'll be sifting through these decks of common resources and also rare resources. And you'll use these to do various different things. You need specific ones in order to unlock certain skills and build up your camps and skills, which give you ways to mitigate what cards you're drawing and other abilities to help you win the game in whichever fashion you're trying to win, and certain camps will aid certain types of game more than others. So once you've got these, you can also use them to buy the cards. So you can buy these special power cards. So you've got your ambush cards that you can then play on people to harm them. You've got your boost cards that will enhance you and protect you against other people's attacks. And then you have the venture cards, which give you special abilities and have a plus side and a negative side. So on your turn, you can actually do as many actions as you want, as long as you've got the resources to do it. And then at the end of your turn, you draw more cards. And you just keep playing like this until one of the end conditions has been met, at which point you work out who's won based on that end condition, and that is the game. So let's start first talking about the artwork in this game. Now, I would say that the box art is very representative of the theme of this game, the feel of this game really, with that old worldy mysticalness, but not really representative of the art. Now, yes, you'll look at things like this skill map and you'll think, but it represents that. It's got that same old worldy feel, and the same with this kind of little time track here. But what it isn't representative of is the card art. And that's really the main art that you're looking at throughout this entire game. The resources are very bland artistically, as are like your catalysts. They're just these pictures. The only cards that are really particularly interesting artistically are the venture ones, and then they're quite repetitive amongst them. So yeah, art-wise, there is a bit of a failing in this game. However, one thing they've done very well is graphic design. So the skill track, for example, it's very clear that where there's a circle is where you place a victory point token. That's nice, it's clear, it's easy to understand. And with the cards, they've done a brilliant job with, say, these artifacts. Because they could have just said, this is an artifact, and you'll need to remember all the rules about artifacts and how you use them, because these are super cards that are really powerful and can be found in either of the resource decks. But no, they've done a really good graphic design idea, and it says on every single artifact exactly what you can do with that artifact, which is brilliant. It saves you having to remember it. You can just refer to it every time you have an artifact. Another thing that's really good is the nature points on the back of the cards. Make it really clear that that's worth nature points and how many nature points it's worth. It works well. The fact that the cards are so distinctive with regards to their backs, with regards to colour, symbology, images, it's all really clear what the different decks are, and that helps. And they've done the same with these resources. It's like, yes, they've got the two different colours, yellow and orange, or sorry, blue and orange, and the other side, they've kept that in the borders. So even when the cards are the other way around, you still know which deck it came from. Very helpful. Okay, let's move on to components. Now, we'll start with the bad components. Yeah, flimsy. I don't like flimsy bits of cards in-game, but it keeps the price down, so it doesn't actually harm the game. It doesn't stop it working anyway. It's just, I like it to be thicker. It just makes it feel better, and it doesn't have that. Then the cards are actually, given the corners cut here, are actually surprisingly high quality cards. They're really nice thick weight card, good finish on them. Yeah, I'm really impressed with the level of quality on those components. And finally, there's the rulebook. This is a really good rulebook. Now, a lot of the time rulebooks are bad. This is a nice, easy size to flick through. It makes the rules really clear to understand, really easy to understand, and it introduces you to them in the way that you'll play the game, and it just works fantastically. So, unusually, a good rulebook. The final component is these cardboard tokens. Now, they're just average cardboard tokens, really, so we can leave it at that. And on to the gameplay. So what do I think of this game? What is there to talk about? Well, mechanically, the main thing going on here is set collection. It's either collecting the specific set of cards you need to unlock a skill, or collecting free of common, free of rare, in order to do those things. And it's how you go about that. And it all comes down to random draw from the deck. That's a big part of this game. There's a huge random element in the drawing of those. And you can mitigate this somewhat with the skills. You know, some skills will mean you need to draw less cards, some skills will mean you get to draw extra cards, and some skills just mean, you know, cards don't really matter so much to you. So, yeah, there is ways to mitigate that luck in the skills you go for. But one thing I have noticed is these artifacts are so powerful, and I've actually played games where I never drew a single artifact. And I was just crippled, completely and utterly crippled, because my camps kept getting shut down, because one of the things you can use these for is to disable people's camps, negating all of their skills. You know, those are so powerful. If you don't get them and other people do, you cannot function, you cannot win, you have no choice. And that's a bit of a shame. Now, another thing that can be a bit of a shame, but some people may like, is with these catalyst cards, these secret objectives, the way they force interaction. Now, this can be good because some people might be scared of interaction, and it's good to be forced into it. Me, for example, I dislike trading, and trading's a big part of this. How you're getting the resources you need and giving other people resources and just trying to wheel and deal your way to success is a big part of this game. But I am very bad at trading. I dislike trading, and so I avoid doing it. However, the catalyst cards, a lot of these revolve around trading, so it forces me to try and do it. So it does force me out of my comfort zone, which is both good and bad. Some people will enjoy being forced out of their comfort zone in that way, and other people won't. So yeah, trading, as I said, is a big part of this game, and that's what I think it comes down to. All the luck stuff you can mitigate to some degree, and realistically I was incredibly unlucky in the game where I got no artifacts. But then the trading, the game comes into its own with trading. This is one of those games where it's all about, well, I'll offer you this, I'll offer you that. Well, how about you give me this later? And, you know, it's all about that wheeling and dealing, the interaction on the table. That's what's going to make this game fun. Otherwise, you are just drawing cards, playing cards, nothing really going on. And yes, you've got the ambushes, which give you a nice level of interaction, but it is a very take that interaction. It's very much, I'm going to hurt you, I'm going to do something negative to you. There's no positive interaction there. But the trading is both positive and negative depending on how you do it. Now, for someone like me who does not enjoy trading and finds it difficult, that means that this isn't the game for me. However, if you love trading in games, you will absolutely love this game because it really shines for people who do enjoy that trading. Now, obviously, I haven't yet spoken about two-player. So, can two play that game? Yes. But again, because of the whole fact that trading is such an integral part of what makes the game fun and enjoyable, if you're playing a two-player game, it's very easy for one player to just go, well, I'm in the lead, why would I trade with you? And that kind of shuts the game down a lot and means that there's no real catch-up mechanic really either. Because in a multiplayer game, if one person's doing really well, the other players trade amongst themselves and don't trade with them, and it means that you catch up. But you can't do that in a two-player. So really, I don't suggest playing this as a two-player game. I would say kind of the 3 to 4 mark is where you're looking at this. So in summary, the Bermuda Crisis is a random game, but with ways to mitigate that luck and randomness. And it's a game for people who love trading and for 3 to 4 players. So I do hope you've enjoyed this video and found it useful. Do check out the rest of the videos and subscribe to the channel. And as always, thanks for watching and bye for now.